Of course, he'd start off muted. Little technical issues, folks. That's right, folks. Welcome to the 15th annual Garbage Fuel Dumbass of the Year Awards. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being here. Producer, come on. Trying to do a speech here. Got the fucking music, huh? Okay, thanks. Thanks so much. Yeah, you can definitely tell Garbage Fuel has sponsored this event. Anyway, folks, thank you once again for being here. And I just wanted to start off with a little speech to end the new year correct and to start this award ceremony perfectly, smoothly. 2023 has been fraught with challenges and sorrow. But tonight, we celebrate some of the finest dumbasses mankind has produced. That's right. That's right. The Garbage Fuel Dumbass of the Year Award celebrates assholes, liars, charlatans, and grifters. The kind of person who drives slow in the fast lane, chews their gum loudly, or supports a violent insurrection against America's democracy. Tonight, we celebrate the dumbass. The person perpetually slamming their head against the wall of common sense. Pioneers of idiocy and savants of deplorable behavior. We all love them. We love them. We love them. That smell in the air? Yeah, that's not shit. That's 400 gallons of garbage fuel ready to be shipped by dumpster to the dumbass who wins today's top spot. So preemptive congratulations to whoever that is. Once again, I'd like to thank Garbage Fuel for sponsoring this event, and I'm really crossing my fingers that the check is going to cash, because this shit is expensive. Please call me back. All right, we're going to get to number 5 of our Garbage Fuel Dumbass of the Year. I'm excited. I'm excited. Who could this be? Who could this be? Number 5. This is exciting. Bobert, Beetlejuice, and hand jobs. Bobert, Beetlejuice, and hand jobs. That's right. That's right. Our number 5 spot goes to ya boy, Lauren Bobert. Lauren Bobert, folks. Always down for a good time. Always down for a good time. Just a few technical issues, folks. It's okay. Just a few technical. It's okay. It's okay. It's it's not like the producer is the only one getting any money out of this. It should probably be doing his job professionally. But no biggie. All right, folks. It's Lauren Bobert. Welcome back, Strategy, by the way. But that's right. If you're not sure of the news here, Lauren Bobert was busted giving a Tinder date, a handy at the Beetlejuice production, some kind of musical production of Beetlejuice. I had no idea. I'm a big Beetlejuice fan. I never actually saw it. But here you can see her jingling them bells. Thank you to TMZ, a affiliate of Garbage Fuel. But as you can see here, we got her date. Rubbing them chesticles, and she's going deep on that junk. Now, I don't even know. This might be the first date. So, once again, just wanted to thank Lauren Bobert, our number 5 spot, Dumbass of the Year. Of course, she's an insurrectionist. She's a fascist. But the really bad thing is that she's sexual. That's really bad. Of course, I wouldn't have any problem with her jingling them bells if she wasn't a raging hypocrite desperately trying to remove, the rights of of the regular folk to do what she does, right? Of course, if this was a liberal, who do you think would be getting in front of the microphone and making a big stink about morality? If this was, I don't know, Nancy Pelosi, wouldn't that be something? Or AOC, right? AOC out on a date. And she starts jingling them bells. Oh no, is this the? Oh no, it's so embarrassing. This is the guy, the usher coming in. He's like, "Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go." Oh, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Okay, folks, let's get back to it. Number 4. In Garbage Fuel's Dumbass of the Year award, who could it be? Who's it going to go to? Who's it going to go to? Well, let's find out. Number 4. Uh-oh. Could it be Ken Gobbler? High production values. Some high production values here. It's George Santos. Hey, it's your boy George Santos. How about that, George Santos? Just an epic con man, epic liar. I honestly personally think he's mentally ill. George Santos here. Just thought I'd list off just a few of his lies. I mean, it's seemingly everything about this man is a lie. Of course, right-winger. Of course, pro-insurrection, pro-fascism, pro-Trump, all that, checks all those boxes. But he was such a liar, such a fraud, such a con man. Even his own party, one of the most corrupt entities on planet Earth. Shut up, will ya? Even one of the most corrupt political parties on planet Earth said, no, you're too much. You're too much of a liar for us. So just list off just a few of the things that he did and a few of the lies. He allegedly lied to donors, then used their money to make purchases at Hermes and OnlyFans. Hermes is a high, expensive, buy cheap clothes for a big price tag and pretend like you're a highfalutin, important person kind of store. And then OnlyFans, of course, he apparently had his dick rated and bought some OnlyFans content. Not 100% certain on the dick rating. Not 100% certain on the dick rating, but weak, spineless commie. Thanks for the follow. So he used campaign money for personal travel and Botox, which kind of explains. I mean, he looks like a child's doll, in this picture at least. I think he's wearing lipstick. I also think he wears lipstick, which is, wouldn't be a problem with that if he wasn't a right-wing raging hypocrite. He allegedly lied to collect unemployment benefits. He allegedly committed identity theft. I mean, the guy, he is mentally ill. He's mentally ill. And of course, the Republican Party, who, they, to get McCarthy to get McCarthy the speakership and to keep those numbers up, because they, the majority is very slim. They kept him around, but it was almost every week it was a new revelation. And then there was also the I think it was the ethics committee, which I think was run by a right winger. It was like the ethics committee for the right wing. They released a report on Santos, and it was just like, this man's literally everything he said is a lie. They did no vetting. He allegedly lied to Congress. He reimbursed himself for loans that he didn't make. It sounds like a Trump thing. He lied about where he went to high school and college. He never worked on Wall Street either. This is his resume. Oh my God. His resume is typed up like a teenager. Oh, this is a sad looking resume, folks. This is a pathetic. My resume looks so much better. My wife is an expert, and she's done all this: skills, account management, sales, customer relations, financial. What does that mean? So where did the money come from? Is the money legit? Yada yada. So the other thing I wanted to show here was some highlights. How would you improve this resume? We're going to keep it moving, Chem Goblin. We're going to keep it moving. Financial, not finance. Just financial. Which he's like, I know about money and I know how to use money. Financial. It sounds, like I said, it sounds like a 15-year-old's resume. You know what I mean? Well, I'm good at business. All right, but I had to show you this because, soon after being kicked out of Congress by his own party, one of the most corrupt entities on planet Earth, he did every interview that was available to him, including this woman here, who is actually, I think she's some kind of comedian, but she's known for her deadpan interview style where she asks, kind of awkward, tough questions. And I gotta say, I mean, George Santos, and this is why I think he's mentally ill. I think he's truly sociopathic. I think he doesn't have empathy and he doesn't have shame. And, watching this interview kind of confirms that to me. Like, the man is truly mentally ill. Go ahead and have a watch here.
Can you also say that you're an icon?
No, you're the icon.
No, you're the icon.
You're the icon.
You icon.
You're iconic.
Icon.
Icon girl. Girl boss.
We're going to say icon again.
Icon.
You con.
Z-Way has found her next guest, and this interview is nothing short
cool
of
dress.
iconic. The popular comedian, known for her blunt interview style, is sitting down with expelled Congressman George Santos for her latest one-on-one, published on December 18th. The former New York congressman, who is indicted on 23 federal charges and was expelled from Congress earlier this month, isn't shying away from the
I mean, come on. He's wearing full-blown makeup, He's got the full face, you got the different shades on the face, and he's wearing lipstick. And once again, I wouldn't have a problem with any of this if he wasn't vociferously voting against LGBTQ rights and all kinds, rights for, people, for anybody who wants to represent themselves anyway. He's just a total fraud.
spotlight, especially while answering some extremely awkward questions. Here are the top 5 mind-blowing moments from Z-Way versus George Santos.
Nicki Minaj.
Queen.
Are you a Nicki fan?
Yeah.
Prove it.
I'm not spitting verses for you.
Pull up in the monster automobile.
Gangsta with a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka. Okay, move on.
Who else in Congress is committing fraud?
They're all frauds.
Name them.
If you were to put me,
Name him.
if you were to put them all
Name 'em.
under the same scrutiny I was put under, you'd
Name
fucking vacate the whole goddamn building.
Name them. Name them.
Well, what
Name
you
'em.
did was ridiculous.
Name 'em.
Not having.
Name 'em.
Well, be quiet. So
Name
let me
'em.
talk. Jesus.
And how many stolen credit cards did you use to pay for this look? Ferragamo, Hermes. You like the nice stuff, too.
I don't actually own Hermes stuff.
Oh.
Other than the cologne, that's all I wear from
Liar.
Hermes.
Got it.
He's a liar.
Oh no, and the bracelet.
You're literally wearing an Hermes bracelet. How'd you buy that one?
This was a gift from my husband.
A gift from
Yeah.
your husband.
Yeah.
The American people? Is it a metaphor?
No, my husband.
What's his name?
Matt.
What's his last name?
Not telling you.
You could have just said Santos and that would have been less suspicious than Matt, no name. You've said that
Is he
you've had
lying about having
Botox,
a
lip
husband?
filler, Ozempic. What is a complete list of cosmetic procedures you've had?
I did go under Ozempic treatment for A1C reasons and subsequently lost 100 pounds. Botox, yeah, since I'm 25. Fillers, since I'm 25. I will never deny it.
How do you pay for it?
I've always worked Z-Way.
25? Oh, okay. So he's not saying he's 20. He's been doing Botox and fillers since 25. Wow, dog. I mean, what does that do to your face by the time you're like 50 or 60? You know what I mean? What is that? Because your Botox is you're killing the nerves in your face. You're freezing your face in place. But that can't be permanent because skin is elastic. I mean, what is that? Already looks like the Joker, yo.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
My own money.
Yeah, your own money.
Yeah, well, my own money.
Yeah.
Like everything else I own, my own money.
Your own
Liar.
money. Restylane or Sculptra?
Juvederm, XL.
NARS or MAC?
Neither. Estee Lauder. Gotta keep the Republican donors happy.
Would you rather shop
Just
with
a total sociopath. The man was expelled from his party. Is something that hasn't happened in decades. Like literally the last time was like the early 1900s. He should be ashamed of himself. He should be running away from the camera, and just absolutely loves it. Absolutely loves it. Could this man re-enter the Republican Party?
from Sephora or Ulta?
Neither. I don't do petty crimes.
White collar. In the words of Lady Gaga, you live for the applause. Are you like Tinkerbell? If we stopped clapping, would you disappear?
No.
You wouldn't.
No.
What could we do to get you to go away?
Stop inviting me to your gigs.
So no Dancing with the Stars?
No.
No RuPaul's Drag Race?
I haven't got that invite yet. I'd love to go read a
The lesson is to stop inviting you places.
But you can't. Because people want the content.
Nailed it. I can't even believe she put this on the internet. You know what I mean? They're all shameless. They're all grifters. It's all a big fucking game. And guess what? It's a game, and then it comes right out of you. Comes out of your life and your livelihood and your pocket. This guy took money out of the citizens' hands, said, I'm going to represent you, and then bought OnlyFans and makeup and clothes, and now he's on TV fucking bragging about it. Bragging about it. So there you go, George Santos, number 4, Dumbass of the Year award. Congratulations. Congratulations. Bringing it on back to the award show, folks. Got our fill of George Santos. Who could it be next? Who's that number 3? Yeah, who's that number 3? Who could it be? He does, Kim Goblin, he does. Who is this number 3? Well, let's find out. I spent a lot of time on these. You better enjoy these. I order you to enjoy this. You can hear the sample audio. It's in the song, too. Sample. Number 3, House Speaker Fiasco. House Speaker Fiasco. So if you don't remember, there was a massive House Speaker fiasco. It seemed like it was so long ago. It seemed like it was so long ago. But actually, it was just a few months ago when this entire party could not pick a speaker. 14, 15 votes over and over and over again. Sorry, that's really loud. 1 second. Just over and over and over again. This is where George Santos, the reason why I have these two next to each other is because George Santos was definitely very relevant to this. While he was getting incredible heat for all of his grifting and lying, George Santos, all the other Republicans had to basically bite their lip because he was necessary to this speakership vote, and he voted for McCarthy. He made a deal with him. But just wanted to show this article here real quick. He started off, Steve Scalise, a whole group of characters, flirting around with Jim Jordan, almost as a troll vote with Jim Jordan, led by Matt Gaetz, who then, after the whole fiasco is done with, Matt Gaetz immediately takes, I'm not framing this correctly, but Matt Gaetz basically in the final hour here with McCarthy makes a deal with McCarthy and says, as long as you don't work with, you got to sign some document or something. It's like never before, unprecedented, right? But as long as you refuse to work with the Democrats on literally anything, even the budget that could, destroy our country's economy, as long as you don't work with them, I won't trigger a speakership challenge. So I probably should have read up on this a little bit better so I can explain it a little bit better. But U.S. Speaker Kevin McCarthy is facing an extraordinary referendum on his leadership of the House of Representatives after a conservative member of his own conference, longtime critic, moved to trigger a vote on whether he should remain at the helm. So he made a deal. They made a deal, and he said, "I won't do this. I won't trigger a vote as long as you don't work with the Democrats." So budget came down to the wire. McCarthy had no choice but to work with the Democrats to pass a budget because the Democrats, we had Republicans talking about how the Democrats need to save the Republican Party and vote with the extremist Republicans on what they want so that we can pass a budget, or else the whole country's going to go. Quote, "I have had enough Republicans where at this point next week, one or two things will happen. Kevin McCarthy won't be the Speaker of the House, or he'll be the Speaker of the House working at the pleasure of the Democrats," Republican Representative Matt Gaetz told reporters after he filed the motion. So he's making it sound like, McCarthy's a Democrat, right? Because he dare pass a budget that prevented our country. Then this is not being hyperbolic. If the budget is not passed, if the bills are not paid, our country immediately goes into insolvency. Our currency loses all value. It would immediately trigger. It would almost immediately, I think, according to some people I've heard, it would almost immediately trigger a global economic crisis. Maybe not immediately. We'd maybe get a few weeks, but that is what Matt Gaetz is saying. Kevin McCarthy should have done. Thank you for following JIDOX. I'm at peace with either result because the American people deserve to know who governs them. Just no mention of the financial apocalypse that he's literally holding a gun to America and saying, you're going to do what we want or we're going to literally destroy this country. And the dollar. Do you understand? The dollar is the most powerful thing America has. Fuck a nuclear bomb, fuck an army, fuck a navy, fuck all of it. Every weapon in your arsenal does not compare to the power of the dollar. And this clown, this potentially pedophile clown, potential human trafficker, is perfectly okay holding that gun to the entire American country, to the entire country. McCarthy responded minutes later on social media saying, "Bring it on." Ooh, I got to pull this one out for that one. Yeah. Bring it on. Well, spoiler alert, McCarthy lost his battle, was eventually voted out because of the extremists. There was like eight or nine Republicans there, including Matt Gaetz, Jim Jordan, all the extremist insurrectionists, hyper MAGA. Yeah, no, exactly, Jidox. That's why I say, because he's still there was some speculation that Matt Gaetz might be in the clear, but no, there's some new stuff that's come up. But yeah, no, he has not been convicted of any of the crimes that he's very guilty of. But in all fairness, anyway, just wanted to number 3, Dumbass of the Year award, the entire Republican Party. Right, basically, but specifically this fiasco, once again historic, just like George Santos. This entire GOP's generally good, huh? Okay, wow. Well, Jidox, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time. Go ahead and enjoy someone else's stream. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Yeah, no, I'm basically giving this award to the entire Republican Party because they're just pathetic. And like I said, this is historic. I think it had, since the Civil War or something like that, has a party triggered this, or no, that the House Speaker vote didn't just happen routinely. Once again, should probably have had more of these facts up so that I can not stumble through this. But you get the point. The entire House Speaker fiasco is number 3 on my Dumbass of the Year awards. Folks, we've made it. And then, of course, wanted to end it. Last little thing here. McCarthy, he's not running for Speaker again. He's not. He's out of politics, I believe. Is he still in politics? I really probably should have had these talking points ready to go. Something like that. They're assholes. You get it. All right, folks. Number 2. Who could it be? Number 2, folks. Are you excited? Gonna be a good one. Number 2. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Production values, I can't look away. Mike Pence. That's a good one. Gold bar, Bob Menendez. Some of you might be saying, who? Some of you might be going, what? Who? Huh? No, folks, you got to hear this. Number 2, I had to put a Democrat on the list, and this is easily the stupidest fucking Democrat of the year. Easily. It's unbelievable. You got to listen to this. Once you've heard the story, you'll understand why he's the number 2 dumbass of the year. The Bob Menendez corruption story, which already involved gold bars and wads of hidden cash, somehow gets even shadier. So here's the man, if you don't know who I'm talking about here. Bob Menendez, longtime proud neoliberal Democrat, Nancy Pelosi ally, do anything possible to destroy Bernie Sanders and any progressive upstart to this party. The federal corruption case against Senator Bob Menendez, his wife, and a trio of New Jersey businessmen have been filed with wildly shady, cartoonishly dark details from the start, from an indictment alleging hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of gold bars and cash, quote, this is for real, quote unquote, stuffed into envelopes and hidden in clothing, closets, and a safe. So they say hidden in clothing, but really, this guy was so used to taking bribes, he would just put the envelopes of cash in his suit coat, in his stuff, and then leave, and then take his suits off at the end of the night. And his wife would eventually find this, and another bribe for Bob there. Okay, well, I'll take care of it. She puts it in the bank and shit. And they found motherfucking gold fucking bars. I mean, the guy had been receiving bribes any which way. To reports that the Menendez Benz, Nadine Menendez, received as part of the alleged bribery scheme was a replacement for a car she struck and killed a man with. She was not charged with any crime resulting from the accident, and yet somehow the story has gotten shadier. Hey, Lenny, welcome back. Not only gold bars, but bars from a robbery. Thank you, Full Metal, for that context. And like I said, he deserves the number 2 spot. Okay, and I wanted to get a Democrat on there, and I thought about it carefully, about 5 minutes. And I was like, he deserves number 2. The most recent revelations concern Wahel Hanna, one of the businessmen charged alongside the Menendezes. All defendants have pleaded not guilty. Prosecutors allege Hanna bribed the couple in exchange for Menendez's pledge to take actions that benefited Egypt. Welcome back, Woke Patriot, Full Metal, Lenny. Including ensuring military aid continued to flow to the nation. According to a report from the Washington Post, Hanna, who moved to the U.S. from Egypt in 2006, had extensive ties to the Egyptian government, which, quote-unquote, entrusted him with responsibility and power, enriching him even as business associates and government officials around the world found the arrangements mysterious. The man was shameless. And the Democratic Party is coming out right in front to defend him. They are. They're pulling their fucking, favors to try and help out old Bob Menendez, because that's how the neoliberal Democrats operate. For instance, in 2015, according to the Post, Egypt's defense ministry had asked Hannah to help arrange transport of U.S. military helicopters worth about $40 million apiece from Florida to the North African nation. Even though he apparently had no background in shipping military cargo, quote, I don't even know how he got involved with shipping aid for the Egyptian military. Talking about Menendez. Man has no experience in logistics or anything, but somehow, it's got to go through him. I don't know how he got involved with shipping aid for the Egyptian military, says Essam Yosef, a former Hana associate who told the Post he helped arrange the shipment. It was strange the way he was coming to me. He didn't have a clue about shipping, but it was clear the Egyptian government trusted him. Other curious details, according to the outlet, include, listen to these. After Hannah started to help introduce the senator to Egyptian officials, quote, Egypt granted a lucrative monopoly to one of the companies Hannah had started, suddenly making him a player in international trade. It's not what you know, it's who you know, folks. The company, called ISEG Halal Certified, quote, was given sole responsibilities for certifying that halal meat exported to Egypt was processed according to Islamic law, rankling the global beef industry. Separately, prosecutors claim that the company was used to pay bribes to Menendez and his wife. Sounds all very boring. What it equals is money in your motherfucking pocket, is gold bars in your motherfucking house. In 2021, Egypt expanded ISEG Halal's monopoly to include, quote, all imported halal food and beverages, including dairy products. It's just never enough. It's never enough, dude. If you kept quiet and just kept to a few things, but no, we got to do dairy now and food and beverage. We want all of it. A decision that confounded other countries, right? So he's already pissed off the beef lobbies. Now he's pissing off the countries because of the disruption that his corruption is creating to global trade. In late 2021, a U.S. official said that, quote, certification fees for halal meat exported to Egypt from the United States had gone up by 1,000% since the Egyptian government had given Hana-owned ISEG a monopoly. And whispers among diplomats began to circulate from that arrangement between Egypt and Hana looked very much like a front for the Egyptian intelligence. And remember, Hana was basically the go-between for Menendez and Egypt, right? So there you go, folks. Number 2 spot, Bob Menendez. Bob Menendez, our number 2 Dumbass of the Year award. Congratulations, Bob Menendez. Congratulations, Bob Menendez. All right, folks, before we get to our number 1, I have a few runners up, and I even did an animation for it. OG Lee, number 1. High production value. I spent hundreds of dollars on this. I didn't steal anything from YouTube, I promise. Runners up! All right. This is the 15th annual Garbage Fuel Dumbass Awards. Here we go. Runner up. We have 2 runners up for the number 1 spot, and they're going to be disappointed. This was all on the line for 400 gallons of delicious garbage juice delivered in a silver-plated dumpster. Silver-plated, right? Chrome in a silver-painted dumpster. 400 gallons of garbage fuel. But unfortunately, these runners up are not going to get it. Sorry to say. 15 years running strong. You know it. Homeless Bag. Welcome back, Lee and Homeless Bag. But our first runner-up is, of course, Kanye West. So close to that number 1 Dumbass of the Year spot. So close. Of course, Kanye West famously just a few years ago said slavery was a choice. Attempted to sloppily run for president, invited Nick Fuentes along on a dinner date with Donald fucking Trump, and now has released a new album called Vultures, whose album art emulates a famous white supremacist metal band's artwork. He did a reveal party wearing a black Klan hood. Might have a picture of that in here. Might have a picture of the black Klan hood. No, we just typed that in here real quick. Kanye black Klan hood, and images there, and there we go. Kanye West wearing a black Klan hood. And famously, as I reported on this a couple days ago, at some kind of record release party surrounded by hangers-on, said, Jesus, Hitler, ye. I guess implying that first there was Jesus, then there was Hitler, and now there is Kanye West. Well, I guess somebody reminded him that the money and fortune that he currently enjoys is in direct result, to these companies, to these record companies. And someone gave him the note that, hey, we're going to pull the plug on your whole contract or something, because he recently came out just a few days ago and apologized for his statements, made some kind of, crappy, let's see if we can find it here. I probably should have had this. Kanye West apologize. He's apologized many times, so this will come up. Yeah, here we go. Kanye West's apology for anti-Semitism appears to be AI generated, according to the report. I sincerely apologize to the Jewish community for any unintended outbursts caused by my words or actions. This is AI generated. By any unintended outburst. What? Caused by my words or actions. It was not my intention to hurt or disrespect, and I deeply regret any pain I may have caused. I am committed to starting with myself and learning from this experience to ensure greater sensitivity and understanding in the future. Your forgiveness is important to me, and I am committed to making amends and promoting unity. I'm committed to promoting unity, says this man. Famously says this man. Totally committed to promoting He's very sorry for any unintended outburst. When utilizing a service such as ChatGPT to generate an apology for Yi to address the Jewish community, TMZ found the AI-generated apology eerily similar to the one he issued on Instagram. So this is the one that TMZ was able to generate with ChatGPT. I sincerely apologize to the Jewish community for my recent unintentional outburst. Reads a generated apology, which opens almost identical to Yi's. It was not my intention to hurt or demean, and I deeply regret any pain caused. I'm committed to learning from this experience, promoting unity, and making amends. Your forgiveness means a lot to me. That does sound pretty fucking similar. But hey, this is like bro science. Well, unless he says it, he will. And Kanye West might come out and say it in an interview. Yeah, I did it. I did it. Yeah, that's right. Apology comes ahead of Yee's delayed collaborative album with Ty Dolla $ign, Vultures. During a recent bizarre outburst at a listening party and last-minute recording session for the album, Yee mentioned everyone from Hitler to Jay-Z. All y'all rich N-words got y'all kids in that Zionist school, Yee said. Fuck Sierra Canyon. My daughter ripped up the motherfucking couches in the house to be able to be with me right now. Y'all don't know what's going on for real while y'all TikToking and all that shit. Runner up, folks. Runner up. I was really tempted to make him, Kanye West, the number 2 dumbass, but he's close to politics, but he's not. The difference between Kanye West and Bob Menendez is that Bob Menendez is a career lawmaker. Bob Menendez has likely made decisions that have affected your life. Okay? And the only thing that Kanye West has affected me is just, killed my brain cells. We'll spin it to make it look like he's in the forefront of technology. That's what I'm saying, homeless. Then be with your daughter if she needs you. You know, you didn't write that apology because he didn't mention. True, Lenny. But that's the difference. That's why I was really tempted to make him number 2. Okay, and our second runner-up. No, I don't think he has Tourette's. I think he has bipolar, but I'm not a therapist. Just like George Santos there, I think it's undiagnosed mental illness, and you know, this is what it looks like when you're surrounded by hangers-on and yes men and people enabling you instead of going to get help, you know, with your mental health crisis. So, I mean, ultimately, I do think Kanye West is a danger to himself and other people. So I would like to see Kanye West get better, you know, seek help in therapy. Speaking of a sociopath that needs to seek help, we have our number 2 runner-up. Once again, it was really tough. Because this guy is, you know, very close to making decisions that affect your life. I can tell you one thing. He's made decisions that affected Chem Goblin's life over there in Ukraine. Cutting off Starlink. But, you know, so, you know, I didn't mean to have this one up front. God, I whipped this together too quickly. But, you know, wanted to report that Elon Musk lost $25 billion on Twitter in a year and $41 billion on Tesla in just 2 weeks. So, yeah, that's true. But he's also one of the world's richest men, $1.5 trillion wealth gain in 2023. So tell me how this works out. The man can make horrible business decisions, lose an unbelievable amount of money, but the system rewards him. 1.5 trillion wealth gain. And the biggest loser is the richest man in the world. Elon Musk's wealth took a major hit following Tesla's third quarter earnings. Not true. Did not take a major hit. Tesla's third quarter earnings on October 18th. So I think they're just talking about Tesla stock. I don't think he's lost $41 billion. The stock, you know, went down 2 points and he lost $2 billion or $41 billion. Elon Musk, in the days after the company reported profits and sales below analyst expectations, Tesla stock spiraled 23%. Yeah, I mean, that 23% is a pretty big drop. Shaving $189 billion off its market capitalization and $41 billion off Musk's own net worth. Not a problem, dog. Not a problem. Not a problem. We got to tax these motherfuckers. Do you know how much $1 trillion fucking dollars is? Isn't it 100? How much is $1 trillion? $1 trillion is 1,000 billion. 1,000 billion. Okay? And he loses 41 billion because Tesla stock dipped a little, 23%. I'm going to say a little bit. That's a pretty big dip. No problem. Can we tax these guys yet? Can we tax these fucking guys yet? Tesla stock nosedive is not the only big loss for Musk this year. Since buying Twitter for $44 billion last October, the company now known as X has hemorrhaged $25 billion in value, according to recent reporting from Fortune. No problem. No biggie. Yeah, no strategy. That's what, that's probably what, Jeff Bezos dreams about. I keep repeating this and I'm going to say it again. The rich oligarchs that are running our lives are mentally ill, okay? They have a mental illness. There is never enough money for Jeff Bezos. There is literally never enough money for him to acquire. If he acquired every penny, every bit of value on planet Earth, he would either try to invent new valuations for him to acquire, or, of course, start expanding his ownership across the universe. There is no end to it, okay? And there's also no end to the amount of suffering that a Jeff Bezos is willing to put you through, Elon Musk, of course, included, There's no amount of suffering that they're willing to put you through. There's no end to it. If you got to eat mud and crawl through shit to do your daily business to make them a penny richer, well, that's a sacrifice they're absolutely willing to make, and they sleep like babies. 1.5 trillion wealth gain. Wealth gain. Just a few headlines here. Elon Musk's stupidity. Challenging Mark Zuckerberg to a cage fight that he like blamed his mother. He said my mother won't let me do it. Yeah, exactly, homeless. Yeah, Lenny. Yep. Yeah, strategy. I agree with all your comments, guys. He rebranded Twitter to X, something that he actually tried to do with an earlier service. I think he tried to change PayPal to X. He, started, or like it was already X.com or something like that. He was part of X.com, which was like a file storage thing, and it had a few other functions. Then I think he did some investments in PayPal, right? And I think it was the board of PayPal that said, no, you're not going to change PayPal to X, Elon Musk. He used to, I think. Something like that. If you just look it up yourself, if you type it in, Elon Musk. To X. As I say, yeah, X PayPal. Musk wanted company to be rebranded either as X.com or X-PayPal, but his fellow executives disagreed. So this is a long time fucking dream of his to name shit X. Hiring a new CEO for X. Yeah, that was hilarious. Aren't we 2 CEOs in now for X? A biography is launched and corrected. I didn't even hear about that. Tesla Cybertruck starts deliveries. The motherfucking Homer mobile. I mean, it's not even cool like a fucking Back to the Future car. It's not even cool like that. It's just ugly as hell. These things are getting stuck. These things are getting stuck in really dinky inclines. Yeah, this video right here. The one that I saw is like, why would I want to own this? Hold on, let me see if we can get the video here. Yeah, here we go. Why would you want to own this? Any $40,000, $30,000, $50,000 truck worth a damn is going to be able to switch to 4-wheel drive mode.
Back up
and get out of this. Look at this. He's got to get towed by a real truck to get this fucking piece of shit.
Keep going. Keep
Look
going.
at that. I mean, you can see the fucking. You can see that the.
Keep going.
Is that really? Is that hood sticking out? Is that a panel sticking out of the fucking body?
Keep going.
I mean, this is a prototype. This is a prototype.
Hold it right there. That's good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, we definitely need one of these. Definitely need one of those. What the fuck are we talking about here? Yeah, Cybertruck. Advertisers are given a send-off. He told the advertisers to fuck off. But when you're making these decisions, when you're losing billions of dollars, but you're gaining $1.5 trillion in wealth, why, yeah. Be a cocky asshole on the internet. This guy's the definition of fuck you money. And he gets taxed less than a gas station worker. Elon Musk had a big tax. He had to pay lots of tax. Look up how taxes work, jackass. Okay, it's a percentage of your income. You're making $30,000. They're taking 15. You got 15,000 left. Elon Musk makes 1.5 trillion, and they take a tiny little sliver. They don't take half of his wealth every year. I'm being hyperbolic, of course. You know what I'm saying? It's close to half. taxes and all the other shit you got to pay every year as a regular citizen. So they're not taking half of $1.5 trillion. They're taking a tiny little sliver of $10 billion, which, $10 billion, that's a lot of fucking money. And Elon Musk gets on his fucking social media platform. I paid more taxes than any human being on planet Earth. Because you made more money than any human being on the planet Earth. And if you paid taxes the same level that I was, that wouldn't be 1.5 trillion. It'd be like 750 billion. Oh, well, that's theft. That's theft. That's theft. I deserve every penny. I deserve every penny. I deserve to put that in the Cayman Islands. Musk rejoins the AI race. Disinformation gets X into trouble. He's allowing right-wing disinformation to go run rampant across X, and there's lots of great examples. People typing in, F the N words and F the FAGs and getting away with it. No, nothing getting flagged. Nothing. You can just say whatever the hell you want, which is like. It's all well and good to have that until people start posting pictures of their feces on your social media, and you're like, well, I guess maybe we should have some rules. Which was famously, I think, what happened in, what was that, Gab? One of those free speech ones. They were like, free speech, absolutist, nothing will be banned. I don't care what it is. So then all the users got into the habit of posting pictures of their fecal matter as a comment to things that they didn't like. So they had to ban it. Okay, well, maybe one rule. You can't post pictures of your poop, guys. Come on. Maybe one rule. All right, folks, there you go. That's the runners-up. Yeah, strategy, totally. There you go. Them's the runners-up. Who's going to be number one? Who's going to be number one? I'm excited. Who do you think it's going to be? Who do you think it's going to be? Who could be number one? Put your guesses in the chat. Is it Donald? Is it Taylor Swift? I'll get your guesses in the chat. This is exciting. Who could this be? Number one, who is winning the 400 gallons of garbage fuel delivered to them in a... So it's not silver-plated. It's not chrome. Okay, it is spray-painted silver, the dumpster. It's me. That's not a bad idea, Chem Goblin. But no, our today's number one garbage fuel dumbass of the year winner is... Who's it gonna be? 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 Yeah, homeless. Ron DeSantis, baby. Ron DeSantis. It's your boy, Ronnie boy. It's Ron DeSantis, folks. That's right. It's Ron DeSantis. Huge. Huge. Our number one winner. That's right, Ron. You can expect that 400 gallons of garbage fuel to be delivered to your door. Ron DeSantis, folks. Ron DeSantis. Silver dumpster filled with garbage fuel headed right to your door. But no. Garbage Fuel would like to thank Ron DeSantis, our number one Dumbass of the Year award, who could have potentially successfully separated himself from Trump, could have potentially successfully captured the Republican Party, and even though the numbers would have, because if Trump is always there, the numbers are going to be like that, right? But Ron DeSantis could have actually captured the likelihood. It's either Trump or DeSantis, right? He could have captured that, and he simply failed to do so because he is a human pile of shit, of course. He's a narcissist, and he's sociopathic. seemingly incapable of producing a human smile. He doesn't know how to smile. But just a small list of his dumbassery throughout the year. Ukraine war, a quote-unquote territorial dispute. So the slam dunk of Ukraine. No, got to go along with the. Got to go. The main failure of Ron DeSantis is that he could have, really shown himself to be different in some way from the Trumpism, from the MAGA stuff, from the GOP. He could have, shown some originality, but he's too cowardly. He's too coward. He was too cowardly to really push back against Trump, and he was too cowardly to really do anything different against the narrative that his party was producing about everything. He needed desperately to do something different, and he just couldn't help himself. He was too scared and too cowardly to push back against Trump and to push back against his own party. Saying things like Ukraine was a territorial dispute. The Twitter launch blunder. Does anyone remember this? In May, DeSantis decided to formally announce his presidential bid during an online forum on Twitter, now known as X, hosted by billionaire Elon Musk. It was one of the most catastrophic campaign launches in recent U.S. political history. It was filled with technical issues. Elon Musk had just fired half of Twitter. He just bought it, fired everybody, implemented a bunch of new changes, right? Then gets Ron DeSantis to do a big introduction of this new feature or this improved feature or something for Twitter, like the Spaces feature or something like that. Glitches and lag and it was an absolute disaster. For nearly 25 glitch-filled minutes, the audio-only feed failed time and again, overshadowing DeSantis' big announcement and undermining his attempt to gain ground on Trump. So once again, he put faith in an idiot. He's not a good leader. He's not a good leader. Abortion ban, teaching of slavery turns off donors. DeSantis signed a series of laws in Florida he believed would burnish his credentials with the right-wing Republican base. That included an April law banning abortions after 6 weeks and a new series of teaching standards unveiled in July that tells the state's public school pupils that black people, this is real, benefited from slavery because it taught them useful skills. And of course, Ron DeSantis denies it. Republican Party denies it. We have the receipts. We have the proof. It's in the book. It's in the fucking book. Literally trying to say that slavery was somehow a benefit to black people because it taught them how to farm. Last week, Robert Bigelow, DeSantis' biggest donor, really, that's his full name? Robert Bigelow DeSantis? That's kind of awesome. Bigelow said, Robert Bigelow DeSantis' biggest donor told Reuters he will not donate more money unless DeSantis moderates his policy positions. Bigelow said the Florida abortion ban was his motivating factor, right? So it's interesting. It's interesting, right? Because for the longest time, abortion, that was like a key Republican issue, and they finally get what they want. And now there's a bunch of Republicans going, "Well, I wanted it, but I didn't want it. I didn't want it like that." 6 weeks. Ooh, there's a bunch of Republican women who have sisters and mothers, or they themselves experienced, oh yeah, I didn't know I was pregnant until like 12 weeks, 14 weeks. If my wife wasn't so diligent, we would have had no idea months into the pregnancy that she was pregnant. She was not puking. There was no signs of it, but she was really quite diligent with her testing. DeSantis also received wide condemnation for his slavery provision in Florida's new teaching curriculum. Tim Scott, a fellow Republican White House rival who is black. So, I mean, we literally a fellow Republican and just a total Uncle T. I can't say it. I know I'm not allowed to say it, but let's be real. Tim Scott over here, big, just the token black guy for the Republican Party, right? The Candace Owens, really disgusting. Vivek. What a loser. But no, even Tim Scott, who, you know, is right there to defend the Republican Party, decried Florida's new standards, describing slavery as devastating for black families. So even Tim Scott couldn't go, yeah, no, I'm not going to say slavery was a good thing, guys. Well, I guess you're not Republican enough. Hold on here, just got to ban this guy. Sandy Hook was fake. Wow, I mean, just really disgusting stuff. Of course, a person who would deny the existence of Sandy Hook. There's a police record. There's pictures. I've seen them. I've read it. I've seen interviews with the cop who dug through the corpses of children at Sandy Hook to try to find anyone who was breathing. It's all very, very real. You would have to be a really disgusting human being to deny the existence of Sandy Hook. And of course, if you were that disgusting, you would, of course, support Vivek Ramaswamy. I would put him up as the number one piece of shit dumbass of the year, but he didn't go anywhere. He's kind of irrelevant, isn't he? His own party hates him. Fox News was enamored with him for a couple months. He keeps saying the most ridiculous nonsense in the world. He's not getting much traction on the Alex Jones circuit. Just kind of a, extreme videos that even some Republicans could not stomach. So back to Ron DeSantis here. So I don't know if you remember, but he hired some folks to do some campaign videos, and they just so happen to be white supremacists, and they just so happen to squeeze in a bunch of hidden Nazi imagery. Thank you, honey. Bunch of hidden Nazi imagery into their into Ron DeSantis's campaign videos. In June and July, the DeSantis campaign shared videos that were condemned as anti-gay rights and racist, even by some fellow Republicans. The first ad came to an end of June's Pride Month when his campaign shared a video highlighting some of Trump's past statements supporting gay rights. So he was like, look, you see this guy, he supports the gay bows. Trump supports the gay bows. It's like, no, that's not how you strike a difference between you and Trump, man. You know? That's not how you do it. I'm more homophobic than Trump is. The video featured a montage of muscle-bound men, bolts of electricity flying from DeSantis' eyes, and an image of actor Christian Bale in the movie American Psycho. Oh, I got to show you this. I remember this one. Yeah, this one is a really, really funny one. Ron DeSantis ad. Let's see. What was it? No, hold on here. Yeah, American Psycho. Yeah. Yeah. See if we can find it. Is this it? Let's see here. No, this is a lame one. Oh, is it this one? Is MSNBC playing it here? Let's see if MSNBC plays it. I should have had it queued up, but it's really funny. Yeah, here we go. Oh no, are they okay? Do they actually play it?
Of shirtless men and
yeah, okay, they kind of play it while talking over it, but yeah, this gives you a little taste of it.
in a sequence showing Trump for his campaign's new video posted on the last day of Pride Month, attacking Trump
welcome
for
back,
his
YouTubing.
past support of the LGBTQ community. The video then features a sequence showing DeSantis' hardline on drag shows and transgender policy.
Look, Ron DeSantis is just like the American Psycho and this drug trafficking mafia character from Peaky Blinders. He's just like him, guys.
Interspersed with images of shirtless men and photos of Brad Pitt in the movie Troy. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, the first openly gay cabinet member, was asked to respond.
I'm going to leave aside the strangeness of trying to prove your manhood by putting up a video that splices images of you in between oiled up shirtless bodybuilders.
Then questioned how that
So there you go. That's Ron DeSantis for you. Our number one award winner. Thank you, Ron DeSantis. Garbage Fuel Dumbass of the Year. Ron DeSantis, folks. One more time. Let's see this. Amazing animation. I spent hours doing this. I actually spent 3 or 4 hours putting this together last night and this morning. But here we have it. Ron DeSantis, our #1 garbage fuel dumbass of the year award. Congratulations, Ron. Congratulations. I'd also like to point out that I've potentially lost around $200, I think, because of Ron DeSantis. That might have something to do with putting him at #1. I had several predictions that he was going to be the guy to replace Trump, because it really looked like it. It really looked like he was going to be that guy that was going to say, no, we're better than Trump. We can do better than Trump. He's actually technically a loser if you look at his record. You know, the Republican, it's like you can, you know, and you can tiptoe that line would be like, I like Trump. I think he's a great guy and economy was great and all that. And you can tiptoe that line, but he did such a terrible job of that. And then on top of all of that, the smile. He does not know how to function as a human being. Look at this. That is not a smile. He practiced that. He practiced that. Trump knows how to smile. Okay? Big glee. Big glee. Big smile. Big smile. Ron DeSantis, is this how I do it, mommy? Is this how I do it? Are we sure he's even human? Yes. But just barely. Doesn't he have a fucked up laugh too? Yeah, he can. He does that. He does one of those. I'd also like to note, last thing on Ron DeSantis is that he was a torturer at Abu Ghraib, and several people who were victims of his torture have said explicitly, that man tortured me at Abu Ghraib. I would like more proof, but, you know, wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. I guess last little thing is that, of course, he's losing funding now. The people that are funding his campaign are pulling out. His campaign manager developed a strategy, selected leadership, blah, 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 setting the stage. Left. Gone. See you later. All right, folks, there you go. That is the New Year's special for today. The Garbage Fuel 15th Annual Garbage Fuel Awards ceremonies. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly had fun. I certainly had a great time. But that's all I got today. That's your New Year's content. Just a 1-hour award show. Hope you enjoyed it. Sponsored by Garbage Fuel. I'll get that 400 gallons of garbage fuel in the mail for Ron DeSantis. Now I have to apparently spray paint a dumpster silver. I didn't know I had to do that today, but now I got to do that. And somehow, how do you ship a 400 gallon dumpster? Does anyone know how to do that? They just call me up and tell me I got to do these things if I want to keep my sponsorship. It's fucked up. Anyway, thank you so much, Garbage Fuel, for sponsoring this event. You've been absolutely wonderful. Technically, strategy member, that is correct. Big props to everyone who's here. Strategy member Davin, Lenny, Chem Goblin, Woke Patriot, Homeless Bag, big fuck you to Snowmo Bro Pro. Fuck you. That was really not nice. I didn't really appreciate that comment while I was trying to be funny and trying to flow, and then you're just telling me to shut up. Don't really appreciate that, so you can fuck off. I hope everyone else has a great new year, except for Snowmo Bro Pro. Once again, thank you so much for attending the 15th Annual Garbage Fuel Dumbass of the Year Awards. Let's get one more look at this amazing stage here. Thank you so much for showing up. And an extra special thanks to all you OG viewers out there. Thank you for being members of the News Underground. Like I said, you know, before 2024 is going to be a sober year for me, and I'm not looking forward to it. But I am looking forward to all the changes that I'm hoping to make to the News Underground. Enhancements, you might say. You know, trying to make the show more fun and entertaining and more worthwhile for you. So we'll see if that works out. But yeah, big props to you, Woke Patriot. Thank you again. But no, thank you to all you OGs, all you members of the News Underground, all you financial supporters and contributors. It's greatly appreciated. The first annual Hunger Games. Yeah, we might get a purge. Maybe a Hunger Games or a purge. No, we won't get that until 2025 or 2026. We'll see. You should look forward to it. No, I'm not looking forward to it. Because this is not the first time I've been sober. You know what the shitty thing about getting sober is? It doesn't magically make your life better. You know? Your memory doesn't get better. Things don't start working the way that they should. So, but that's okay. It still needs to be done because it's not fun to smoke weed anymore. You know, it's not fun anymore. All right, folks. Peace to that motherfucking Middle East. Glory to the Ukrainian democracy. And once again, big thank you to Ron DeSantis, our #1 garbage fuel dumbass of the year. Where's my applause? Big thank you to Ron DeSantis for being just a complete bag of turds. Just a total bag of turds, huh? I don't know who I'd prefer, actually. Ron DeSantis, Donald Trump. It's all garbage. It's all shit. All right. Happy New Year. Oh, you guys. All right. Be safe. Oh, God.